Hey guys, it's Emily, and today I will be sharing my Reading Rush TBR. So if you're not familiar with it, the Reading Rush is a readathon hosted by Ariel and Raylene and is taking place from Monday, July 20th until Sunday, July 26th. I am so excited for this readathon. It is one of my favorites. I have been trying to participate every year ever since I joined BookTube, and I just love how it's a community-wide event, and it doesn't matter if you're a reader or a booktuber, and it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Everyone is welcome to participate, and I feel like everyone in the community just comes together and we celebrate reading, and I just love that so much. And I feel like this year is finally going to be the year where I succeed in the Reading Rush, and so I am super excited about my TBR. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first challenge is to read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. So my birthday is on November 9, and so my birthstone is citron or topaz. It's a yellow color, and so for this I will be reading Well Played by Jed DeLuca. It's actually an ARC. The book is not out yet. It comes out in September, and I'm so excited for this book because it is the companion novel to Well Met, and I just loved Well Met. It was one of my favorite romances of 2019, and so I'm super excited to read about Stacy, who is one of the main characters' best friend in the first book. I just loved the world and the characters in Well Met, like the Renaissance Fair vibe. I just really love that about it, and I'm so excited to dive into this one. It follows Stacy, as I said, and I think it has like a pen paling, you've got mail type of situation going on. I don't know too much about it. I just know that it takes place in the same world, and I'm just so excited to read it, and so this is going to be perfect for this challenge. The second challenge is to read a book that starts with the word the or the, and so I have picked The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Somehow choosing a book for this challenge was super hard because most of the books that I have on my shelf that I have not read did not start with the word the. However, this is a mystery thriller. It's a new release and I'm excited to read it. I am not a big mystery thriller fan normally, but this is supposed to be like a whodunit situation. Basically, our main characters are on a secluded island in Dublin and they're all gathered together for a wedding. However, there's a dead body that turns up, and so we have to figure out who is the murderer, and I'm just very excited to read this. I've heard great things about this book, specifically from Meg from Meg with Books. She's the whole reason why I bought this to begin with, but it has received a lot of great reviews from a lot of reviewers here on BookTube and just like across the board. I've just heard great things about this one. I don't typically read mystery thrillers, but this one just sounded super interesting, and I am trying to get more into the genre as a whole. I love a good whodunit situation, so I'm excited to give this one a try, and I feel like since it's a mystery thriller, I probably will want to read it in like one sitting if the mystery is good. So I think this is going to be perfect for this readathon. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. Now this challenge was kind of tricky because I'm the type of person who likes to read the book before she watches the movie, and so there aren't a lot of movies that I've seen for which I haven't read the book, but I did find something on my shelves, and when I figured that out, I just thought that this was a wonderful idea. So I'm going to be reading The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen. Now this is perfect because I am a big Disney fan, you guys know that about me, but also this is a fairy tale, so this should be like quite easy and quick to read, so I thought that this would be perfect for a readathon. I also love this edition. It's absolutely stunning. The illustrations inside are just amazing, and there's like a bunch of interactive elements which I really love about it as well. I'm only going to be reading The Little Mermaid. This is a collection of fairy tales, so I'm only going to be reading The Little Mermaid, which is the first story in the book, but I am one of the few people who haven't read The Little Mermaid. I know it's super sad. I don't know how it ends, but I've just been told that this is like really sad and very different from the movie, but I'm excited, and I'm also going to try to rewatch the movie because I love me a good Disney movie, so I'm excited to be finally reading The Little Mermaid. Challenge number 4 is to read the first book you touch. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for this challenge just yet. I'm not going to be choosing a book in this video. I am either going to pick one of the books that I'm about to present to you guys today, and the first book that I touch during the reading rush will be the book that I end up choosing for this challenge, or if I'm able to, I will pick a 7th book, and that book will be picked by choosing the first one I touch. So stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be mentioning which one I'm going to use for this challenge in the vlogs, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. So challenge number 5 is to read a book completely outside, and so I'm lucky enough to have like a patio and like a whole backyard that I can read on, so I'm definitely going to be making the best out of this. And I also wanted to pick a book that was going to be short because I didn't know like what the weather would be like next week. I want something that's short and sweet so that I don't necessarily have to spend hours outside, so I decided to go with a graphic novel, and I will be reading Fence Volume 4 Rivals by C.S. Pacat. I'm very excited. I love the Fence graphic novels. I just love the illustration and the storyline, and but I'm excited to see what is in store for our characters in the 4th volume. Also, these are super short, as you can tell. This is typically my main complaint about Fence, is that the volumes are so short and I wish I could spend more time with the characters, so this is going to be perfect for a readathon. You can never go wrong with a graphic novel during a readathon. Challenge number 6 is to read a book from a genre that you want to read more of. I decided to go with nonfiction because it's not a genre that I typically read a lot of, and I kind of want to dive more into that genre. I feel like there's so much that I could benefit from within that genre, and so I have decided to go with something that is not a memoir, because when I read nonfiction it's typically a memoir, so I made sure to choose something that would fall within like another category. And so I will be reading I'll Have What She's Having, How Nora Ephron's 3 iconic films saved the romantic comedy by Erin Carlson. I love Nora Ephron. I've seen both When Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail, and those are 2 of my favorite films, so I'm excited to read this one. It's supposed to be about how Nora Ephron saved the romantic comedy, basically, and if I have time I might even watch one of the movies. We'll see, but I'm excited to read this because Desi from Pastel Pages talked about this during her nonfiction month in January and she absolutely loved it, so I'm looking forward to this. I feel like this could also be a great audiobook pick if I decide to listen to it, so that could be an option if I want to. And look at this cover, it's absolutely stunning. It's also quite a short book, it's only like 300 pages, so I think this would be the perfect way for me to dip my toe into the pool of nonfiction. The final challenge is to read a book set outside of your continent. Now, you guys know that I have a whole series dedicated to that. It's called Books Around the World, and I read books set in different cities, countries, and continents, so I had like a big pile to choose from, but I decided to go with Somewhere Only We Know by Marie Gu. So this is set in Hong Kong, and I believe we're following a K-pop star. She meets like a regular guy who might be paparazzi, I don't remember, but I know that they meet somehow and just like spend the day together in Hong Kong, and it sounds super cute. I'm very excited to read this. I'm from North America, so like I wanted to make sure to use something from a continent that is not necessarily one that I would have picked typically, like Asia or maybe like Africa or even like Australia. I just feel like I read a lot of books set in North America and Europe, so I wanted to make sure that I used something that is from a different continent, and so I'm excited to be reading that one. I tend to like Marie Gu's writing. I have read 2 of her books before. One of them was a hit, one of them was a miss, so I don't know what I'll feel about this one, but I've heard good things about it, so I'm looking forward to reading it, and I just love cutesy YA contemporary, so this is going to be perfect for me. So that is it for my TBR. I have 6 books that I'm planning on reading this year, maybe even more. We'll see if I decide to add on to my TBR, but what's great about my TBR is, as you guys saw, I will be able to condense it if I really want to. Like, for example, I could use the guest list for multiple challenges if I wanted to. I could use it for the book set on another continent because it is set in Dublin. I could also use it for the genre that I want to read more of, because mystery thriller, as I mentioned, is a genre that I want to read more of, basically because I just don't read enough, and I know there are so many great ones out there, and I think I could really enjoy mystery thrillers if I found the ones that I actually like. So that's one book that could cover multiple challenges. I also have The Little Mermaid that could also cover the challenge of reading a book that starts with the word the. So as you can see, I can kind of customize my TBR based on how much reading I will actually get done throughout the week, so I think that's great. I'm really happy about that. I made sure to be strategic within my TBR so that this year I can finally conquer the reading rush. Also, I wanted to mention that I will be daily vlogging the reading rush. Why, you ask? I don't know. I want to try it. I've always wanted to try to daily vlog a readathon, and so I thought the reading rush would be a great one to try because I know a lot of people daily vlog. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the vlogs. So I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are participating in the reading rush, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you are planning on reading, and I will see you guys in a couple of days for the first reading rush vlog. Bye!